Hi there, this is Lori Edge-Hughes, and this is your 4-Leg Rehab Minute. And in today's minute, I wrote a little monologue that I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off unless I pretty much read it. So it is about relationships and developing relationships, professional relationships with your clients, and the benefits that brings about. So let's go. As healthcare professionals, we stand at the intersection between science and humanity, where the care we provide is as effective as the relationships we build. And I often call this the art of healthcare. Basically, establishing strong professional relationships with our clients isn't just a nicety, it's the bedrock of a therapeutic alliance that transforms lives and makes a difference in your outcomes. Think about this. So your client walks into your office. They're feeling stressed and scared and fearful, and they don't know what's going on with their pet. They're not just seeking a diagnosis or a treatment plan. They're seeking trust and understanding and a partner in the journey towards the healing of their animal. And that's where the magic connection begins. So a therapeutic alliance is more than just a buzzword. It's essentially building a sacred pact. It's a moment where the client feels safe, they feel heard, they feel valued, not just as a case file or a dollar figure, but as a person, and in our case, a person that loves their pet immensely. And we're taking all of that into account. Because when we take the time to actually listen, ask thoughtful questions, to show empathy, we lay down that foundation for trust. And this trust can be called the currency of healing. It's what makes a client feel safe enough to share vulnerabilities or tell you, well, actually what I think happened. To adhere to a treatment plan, that's kind of important, or to return for follow-up care, also important, because without it, you can be as brilliant as you want one time, but that's going to fall flat if you don't have the rest of that piece, and they're doing things and coming back, etc. Okay, how are we going to get buy-in? How are we going to get people to commit to the care of their pet? One, it starts with involving them in the process. So when we build our professional relationships grounded in respect and collaboration, the client, the owner's perspective, when you invite their input, and you respect what it is they are saying, they become active partners and not just bystanders. So when you invite them and all of this, and you address their concerns, hawk, screamy hawk, they're more likely to say, yeah, I'm in. And that buy-in isn't just about compliance. It's also empowering them to be part of the health of their animal. And it gives them a sense of ownership of their role in their pet's health. And that's going to fuel motivation and adherence to whatever it is you're prescribing. Okay, then we also have the ripple effect where your strong relationships are going to lead to client retention. And I think that is huge. So you know that your clients have lots of options out there, who they're going to go to. Why should they stay with you? Because they feel connected. So they return to the provider who remembers their story, who greets them and their animals with warmth, who makes them feel like more than a number, a dollar value, or a time slot. Retention isn't just good for business, it's good for outcomes, because having that continuity of care builds trust over time, allows us to track the progress, we can catch issues early, and then provide truly personalized care. And lastly, then, there's service satisfaction. And this is a metric that just basically brings it all together. Because when your clients, your owners, feel valued, they rate your experience higher. They tell their friends, their family, their coworkers. They become advocates for your practice. And satisfaction isn't just about the clinical outcome, it's about the connection. Okay, so it could be the elderly patient that smiles because you remembered their grandkid's name. Oh my gosh, I lost my track. Okay, or the anxious owner that's totally freaked out but leaves feeling reassured because you took the extra time to explain things and make them feel comfortable. And these moments compound, they build on each other, and this creates that culture of care that elevates everybody. Alrighty. So building these relationships isn't always easy. I kind of think it should be, because it's really just asking questions, remembering, and being including the owner in things. It can take time, it can take emotional energy, and a commitment to that consistency, but the payoff is huge. Your therapeutic alliance fosters trust, buy-in drives results, retention ensures continuity, and the satisfaction creates your legacy of care. So as healthcare providers, we have to realize that it is our privilege and a responsibility to forge these relationships so that we can do the best that we can for the patient in front of us. Okay, so let's lean in, let's listen, let's empathize, let's show up, let's ask questions, okay, all of those things, because when we do, we're not just treating illnesses, we are changing and transforming lives of not just the pet, but I say the owner too. So that is it. I hope this resonates. Until next time, cheers. I gotta find the button. It's so shiny and bright out here.